Yeah, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. I'm Sharon and I have Dr. Susie with me today. As you all know, we are doing an online business. So, today we have a hot topic to discuss, basically. Today's discussion is about like, is it a scam? Everybody is talking about online business nowadays. You know that with just one job, or with this time of inflation, or this time of increased cost of living, it's very difficult to manage with just one salary, right? And everybody is aware of the importance of multiple streams of income, and having importance of having an extra stream of income. And it's wonderful if that is something that will work on its own, or is it an automated platform, and that will save a lot of time. So, and also, even if that is without your presence, if that business is running for in the background, that's wonderful, isn't it? So today I have Dr. Susie Jacob Francis from UK. So she's here to discuss about how did she find out about this opportunity, and why she decided that this is a legitimate business, and also let's hear from her experience about the business. Welcome, Susie, and I know that you are a very busy woman, and welcome, and thank you so much for coming to live in our page today.
Thank you for Sharon. It's a pleasure being here, and and I think it's a topic very close to my heart, because, like yourself, I was looking into an extra stream of income. I'm a true believer that multiple streams of income is not a luxury; it's actually essential in today's world, because we all know, due to this current economic crisis and inflation, what if you are just depending on one source of income, there's a high probability, like if something goes wrong and if you lose that stream of income, you'll be stuck. You can't pay the bills, the mortgage, and also it is quite wise, in my opinion at least, that in today's world, that everyone has to have a plan B. Everyone has to have not one, not two, but multiple streams of income.
Totally. I agree with you, Susie. I wasn't aware of this actually maybe a couple of years back, until the pandemic hit, and I actually thought, oh my God, it's actually really necessary to have a plan B. And this opportunity actually unfolds in front of me. And I think, thank you anybody who is already following us, and welcome anybody who is new to our page. So can you say a little bit about your background, Susie? I know that you are a doctor from UK, and you are a big believer of multiple streams of income. And can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah. So thank you again, Sharon. As Sharon has introduced me already, I'm Susie. I live in the UK with my family. I'm a GP by background. I actually do medical management side of things of GP land, as well as I'm also a hands-on clinician. So that's what I do as a profession. I'm also a business owner, not to just one, several businesses. So I have several businesses in the background, which I started about 18 months ago, including property and crypto, along with this current online business.
Wow, that's wonderful. So you have hands-on on a lot of things, and I know Susie from as a person. She's a woman with she's this highly efficient woman. She's already managing how many clinics, Susie? So many clinics. She's in charge of so many patients on that, and big management position. On the top of that, she's doing everything. When she does something, and she do her due diligence, and she does that very much properly. So I often ask Susie, where do you get this time from? So that's what Susie is. So let's hear from Susie. Susie, as online business, I know that you have been into properties, and you have been into crypto, which is all booming businesses nowadays. And how did you find that this online opportunity is not a scam, it's something legitimate? What's your due diligence?
Sure. So, of course, this is not my first rodeo, as the Americans would call it. I have been involved, because when you venture into something new, sometimes when you do something, some things can fail, some things can work out, and from your experience you kind of learn what is right and what works for you and what doesn't work for you, really. So through my experience in other businesses, what I learned, the most important thing to recognize is how to identify whether a business is a scam. I think that is the basic. There are other things, but let's talk about understanding whether when an opportunity is placed in front of you, is it a scam. So the first and foremost thing that you have to do is do your due diligence. So don't believe plainly what I have to say, or what Sharon has to say, or what anyone has to say. And that's our very, very honest advice to anyone who's watching us today. So you have to do your own due diligence. But then the question comes, how do I do this due diligence? So when you're like plugged into an online platform, like how we are plugged into the platform, we have to look at the company that we are plugged into. So our company, which we are plugged into, has been there for 49, 50 years, isn't it, Sharon?
Yeah, yeah.
A lot longer than we were around, Sharon. We both are about the same age, me and Sharon.
Yeah.
So it's been there before we have been born even. So that itself talks to you a lot about the company. The other thing is, go into the website, look at the company, look at their certifications. Our company has global certifications, ISO certifications. And then what you need to look at is, okay, so how is this company compensating us? What's their compensation plan? So, and you have to understand that. And if you don't understand, we are here to help you to understand that, aren't we, Sharon? So,
Absolutely.
so those are the sort of things you have to look into. Look into the history of the company. Look into their certifications. Look into other things like, do they have physical locations? Do they have an email address? Is there a phone number that I can call? Are they if a company belongs to a particular place, like you can look it up in their area, whether it is coming in their, is it registered company in their area. So those are the sort of things you can do to actually find out whether and these are very basic things to find out whether a company is legitimate or not.
Absolutely. So that's how you did that. That's wonderful. Just to add into your point about our company has, as you know, Susie, it is global, and it is there in 28 countries and 40 locations. So as a business owner, what it does mean to you is that you can open up your branches in any of these companies, any of these countries, and you can have a global business from your home. So that's what basically it is. I think you covered almost all the point. Basically that's what it is. And then another thing I want to ask you, Susie, like you come into the platform, okay, you understand that there is an investment in the business. Does that mean it's a scam?
No, absolutely not. So let me tell you an example, Sharon. For instance, we both are medical professional. You're a nurse and I'm a doctor. So all of us, when we went into medical school or nursing school, there was an investment. Yeah. Yes, you can get a scholarship, but at the end of the day, somebody paid for it. So it's not like it was absolutely free. Either you invested into it, your parents invested into it, or you got a scholarship and the scholarship fund invested into it. So there was an investment. So, and now there's a lot of things. For instance, in the UK, if you want to do a basic, like even some study like mathematics or arts, the basic yearly cost for uni is around £3,000. And if you think of it, an average course is about 3 years, that's about 9,000. And now if you want to go into places like Oxford, the starting is 9,000. Yeah. And you might end up doing a few courses that kind of don't even give you there's no guarantee you get any return of investment of what you've put into your education. And as a doctor also, I can see this every day in my life. I have colleagues who work with me for 15 years and still have not managed to pay back their student loans. 15 years we're talking.
Wow.
And they haven't paid back their student loans. So and then that is in spite of being in a medical profession, and that we say is kind of like a safe profession. So imagine things like basic degrees like art. No, I'm not here to put down art. My daughter is artistic and I'm actually encouraging her to get into animation and stuff like that. But what I mean is, we don't know how many people will be able to make it high, okay, in certain degrees when you take, and still people are willing to make that investment. So I'm talking about a £9,000 investment over 3 years. People are willing to actually invest into something that you have no guarantee that in your lifetime you will be able to pay back. While if you think of our investment, it's less than that. And we have people in our community who entered into this business with $75,000 debt, and they were able to pay it all back within 2 years or 3 years, or some of them even less, but that depends on how much you put in. It's like any course, isn't it? Even when I went to medical school, it's not just my dad paid for me. So, but I had to study. Yeah, you had to study, Sharon, isn't it, to pass our exam. So similarly, it's not just making an investment and leaving it. This is not a get quick rich scheme. By all means, no, it's not. You invest, and like how you went into your university and you put in the effort to study, understand the concepts, then test and try and things like that. The same things what we do. We study, we learn, we test and see whether things work or not. If it doesn't, if we are not sure, there's people like me and you, Sharon, in the community. You can reach out to us and say, Susie, Sharon, I've done this. I don't understand where I went wrong. We are here to help you. Like, we are your teachers, we are your mentors and coaches. We are here to support you. Yeah. So that's, and here I'm yet to see somebody like, if you've put in the effort, that you've not actually seen the returns. Of course, we can't say how long that will take. That depends on the amount of time and effort that you put into the business to see how your return of investment is. And it's similar to how, when we all go to write the exam, there'll be always somebody who scores more than us, isn't it, at the end of the day? So it's something like that. So you have to imagine yourself like that. But if you are willing and ready to do that, the sky is the limit for this business. Absolutely. And then going back to the topic of the scam part, Sharon, people think like, some people come into a business, and when they come and see the pages, they're like, this is too good to be true. Now, yes, you might think it can be a scam if things are too good to be true. And that's a good question to ask. But let me tell you, it's two possibilities. Either it is a scam, but we've already discussed about what you need to do to find out something's a scam or not. Now, once you've ruled that out, you'd be still thinking, but it's still too good to be true. And that might be because of lack of education. None of us have, like me and Sharon, we don't have a business degree. Till about 18 months ago, I didn't know anything about sales and marketing. Nothing. And Sharon, you didn't know anything about it until 2 years ago, isn't it?
Absolutely not.
So you don't know. So why would a company pay you money to pay you thousands? We get thousands of pounds per sale. And you would think, why would a company pay you thousands of pounds? Sharon recently got a bonus of £9,000, and that's some people's 3 months' salary. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Imagine. Yeah? Imagine that. For me, I've got paid in one day more than what I would earn in a day as a GP. It's phenomenal. Fantastic. And I got paid when I was on holiday. Holiday, enjoying life with my family. and ching, ka-ching, just came. Yeah. So that is how you get compensated. Imagine more than 1 day salary of a GP is what you get. I don't need to say, I don't need to talk about figures here. If there's any GPs watching, I think they will know. And you're getting it while you're enjoying, because there's a system behind working for you. Now, coming to the part, why a company would do that, it's because it's simple and plain marketing. So when a company needs to market their products, they will have to pay out tens and thousands or hundreds and thousands of pounds for advertising. Yeah, it's a lot of money. They would rather leverage people like you and me, like here, just like this, educating people, talking to people about the business, and rather us do that work for them and pay us out in thousands, rather than them spending tens and hundreds and thousands of pounds in marketing. So that is their logic. So for them, is paying us thousands better, or spending 100,000 on ads better? So that is plain. And that's why, and if you are not from a business background, you would have never known this. This is, of course, from my learning and being and working with several businesses, and that knowledge that I am sharing with you today. So just because a company is willing to pay you thousands of pounds for you doing one sale, is not that it is a scam. It's much cheaper to have us do the work for them. Did you get, do you understand the point? That's it. That's as simple as that. That's basic affiliate marketing. That's how they leverage people.
Totally. So that totally makes sense, actually, because many people are actually thinking about, like, it's too good to be true. And why would they, like, they are like people with no background are claiming that they have paid off their mortgages, they are mortgage free, they are retired at the age of 23. And as you know, Susie, I'm also I have been in this business for 14 months and I became part-time, and I never go for an overtime after that. So most of the time I'm at home. So, and then, depending on our automated system to work for us. So, this is as simple as that. We are advertising for them, we are promoting them. That is why they are giving us money. And of course, we have a high ticket item. That is why, that's a difference in between if you are selling a low ticket item and high ticket item. So basically, as an affiliate marketer, what you do, say for example, if you are an Amazon affiliate marketer, so you will get a link. When you promote their products through your link, you will get a commission. So that's how basically affiliate marketing works. So, and the advantage of that is you don't have to hold a physical shop. You don't have to keep the inventory or shipping part or product part. The company will do all that for you. What you all have to do is you need to promote it through your link or through your website. Mm-hmm. So your success as an affiliate marketer will depend upon how you promote it, how efficiently you promote it, how vast you promote it, and also how good the company, how good the product is. Because if you are, of course, if you're promoting a bad product, then your reputation is in question, So, and you need to see the company. That is why we are actually talking about you have to do your due diligence. And by the way, we are not affiliate marketers of Amazon anyway, and we are affiliate marketers of another company. So that is all we are doing. We are promoting it through our link. So when the products and services are rolled through our link, we will get a commission according to our rank. And again, the people might think, okay, then do I have to sell the product? No, that is another beauty of our system, because our system will do the selling for you. Our system will explain the compensation plan, the company, the product, and everything to your clients, which saves a tons of time for you. It's a smart work than hard work, isn't it? Yeah. So that is why you are getting huge compensation. That is why if you're looking for something like to quit your job, to reduce your your work to part-time, a retirement plan, this is the best option for you. I mean, you need to do your due diligence again, of course, but because the amount of compensation plan that we get, the compensation that we get is really good. Company rewards you really well. So that is basically it is. So when you come into the platform and you see, is that platform is just a platform, or do they have a solid company plugged in? or do they have a solid product plugged in? That is what you have to think about it. That is why you have to open up your eyes and see what is in there for you. Okay. And that's basically it is. And also another thing I want to add, Susie, like, you have your investment part. So you come in the business, you actually have three parts: your decision, your investment, and your effort. So if somebody is, okay, you did your due diligence and you are actually thinking, okay, this is a legitimate opportunity, I'm going to plug in, okay, and you do your investment. And there's a third part, which is your effort. What is your effort? You need to plug into the system, you need to go through the training, you need to do the advertisement. So yeah, and according to, the good thing is that it's flexible. The training set is open for 24/7. You can do it in your own time. You can, there's nobody to boss you around. You are your own boss, you do your stuff, and it depends upon how fast and how efficiently you are doing. That's how the success is. So you do your two parts and you do your investment and you did your decision, but you are not putting any effort, you are not going to make any money, I can guarantee that. Okay. But if you are putting your hard work, you are putting a smart work, I say, like as a doctor GP, as a GP, Susie, how long did you study to become a doctor? Isn't it 10 years?
Absolutely. A lot longer than that. I am, like what you say, I'm now 18 years as a qualified doctor, medical doctor. And it's only in the last 2 years I have climbed into my career ladder, as you say, for management role. Yeah. So that means it took me 16 years after qualifying to get into management role. Now, some people might get in bit earlier, like men, because we as women have children, all other things and all. It doesn't stop us. Yeah, it doesn't stop us. I have managed it. So it's only in the last 2 years that I am in the level, I'm in the senior management level, looking at care plans and things like that for the community. So it took me that long. While in this business, people are going part-time within, like you share, in 14 months, you can become part-time if you want to. But we have a lot of people, and probably workaholics like myself, who have been in the business for maybe 3 years and still actually continuing full-time work and still doing it. Other than because other than like things like pension, please do go into my page and see the things I talk about pension, that it is a scam. It's a scam for letting people invest their money, and even in the end you will end up paying tax on that money and only earn 40% of your lifetime pay. It's a scam because you can't live with 40% of your lifetime pay in 40 years time. So I've actually come off the pension because I have found a better way to invest and look. And that's the beauty of multiple streams of income. And that's the beauty of when you are in a community like our community, where we talk to each other, we gather information, rather than you having to, like what I did. I had to go in this 18 months, actually do my own thing, found out what works, what doesn't work, and now focus on the things that do work. But when you have mentors like myself and Sharon, you are bypassing all that to reach your dream life, because you're going to leverage our experience. That's what's going to happen, isn't it? Sharon, don't you ask me about property and investment yourself?
You have to teach me that now.
I know, she keeps asking me sometimes about all that. But that's the beauty when you're in a community.
True.
If you have a doubt, you can always shoot to someone with asking, what should I be doing, and how, and we are there to support you and guide you, or to handhold you too. But that doesn't mean we will do the work for you. You still need to do the work. It's just like studying for your exams. The teacher can teach you, but you have to physically study and attend that exam, test it out, and then you know the results. So it's as simple as that. So people like in medical professions or any kind of professional or any course, if you've done, you know how it is. It's very similar. So don't expect that I put the money in and you just get everything out. No, you need to put the effort in. And I think if you put at least 1 hour a day, I would say, And
Yeah.
I don't, and when people give the excuses they don't have an hour a day, you have to come to my life. I am doing this I am actually in doing this in between work, because I have a meeting to attend. So, I've got some time in the morning because I had to attend the meeting in the evening. So, leveraging that time for my business now. So, if you really think of it, you can. Now, I'm not belittling those single moms out there and things like that where you don't have time. But then there's always time after you put your kids in to bed. And we have people in our community who do that because they don't have time at all. But what they've done is, instead of sleeping 6 hours, they sleep 5 hours, isn't it, Sharon? Or
Absolutely.
if you're a person who sleeps 8 hours, you sleep 7 hours. You get
Yeah.
up in the morning or sit up late and then do your business. Because we are not telling you to leave all your responsibilities aside. We are not doing that, because we are all working. Like Sharon and I, we are wives,
Yeah.
we are mothers. So we have our responsibility towards our family. So we do all our commitments, and in addition, we try to find the time.
Mm.
How I did is, I used to love watching a lot of TV after coming back home. I've stopped all that. So that's how I do my time management. I
Yeah.
hardly see now. I make time to, because once a week I and my husband has come to an agreement. You are coming and watching a movie with me at least once a week, and that is it. See, that's how you actually have to manage your life. you
Yeah.
know uh, don't stop doing things with your family just because you're in the business, but you don't have to really watch a movie every night with your husband, do you? So we've come to an agreement. Okay, once a week we have a family movie time, and that's when we watch the movie. And that was yesterday, actually, we watched the movie. But something like that.
Yeah.
But so, don't have to binge watch on Netflix. Spend that time on
Yes.
the on your business. You don't
Yes.
have to scroll through social media, unless of course it's for education. I scroll a lot through social media, but I do it with a purpose. I watch TikTok, but I watch TikTok with a purpose. I follow people who educate me with their content or ideas. And of course, in between, I do watch the odd bits, but I don't get dragged into that. When I feel I'm dragged into that, I close it and get my focus back on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's the good thing. Like many times we are talking about we don't have time. Actually, when you dig deep into that, it's not that we don't have time. It's because we are lacking focus, isn't it? We need to focus on what is the most important thing in your life. Okay, you in this with this business, you can actually retire. Like be in the business for like 3 to 5 years and put your hard work. Like I would say, like you cannot make any money without, like you learning the system. That's what I'm saying. That's where you need to put the hard work. It doesn't mean that how many years we are putting hard work as professionals, right? Like as I said, like you go to the university and in UK to become a doctor, you have to pay at least $9,000, right? Pounds, right?
Per year, yeah.
Per year. So I did masters. So like thankfully I got sponsored. But if you are not a European citizen, you need to pay at least like 7,000, 15,000 euros. People are willing to pay that to get a master's degree without having any guarantee that you will get higher in the post. You will not get a job promotion. You're not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Even if you get a job promotion, are you going to leverage any time? Are you going to spend that time along with your family while you're making money, or are you going to put more pressure because you're getting a little bit more money? You are putting more pressure and you are coming exhausted, like half the way that you are. There is nothing left in you. So that is the way that you come back, because they paid you like 400 euro. Maybe after them in the higher management position, you will get it. So that money that you can make home, sitting home, learning our system, being with your family. Yeah.
And we get more than that in a day. Two,
Absolutely.
three times more, even four times more in a day.
Absolutely.
um
Absolutely. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the funny thing thanks for bringing up, Sharon. Like,
Mm.
we're all, like you doing masters, me doing, I have got other things other than GP accolades added to my special interest, and other things added to my names, which I don't want to bore you all with. But I added all that thinking my quality of my life would improve. But you did all this thinking your quality of life would improve, but It hasn't really. It has minimally improved. And when you take up all these responsibilities, you're taking up a lot more risks, isn't it, at the end of the day? And
Yes.
then when you're in a level like me and Sharon, because we've done masters and, management roles and high profile jobs, you think, it's not the dream compensation we were hoping for, really.
Yeah, true, true. Sometimes we get fooled into that. We have a different uniform. We get to wear, high profile suits and all, and people respect you and things like that. That might, you are in a dilemma in your life that, okay, oh, is this really meant for me? Is it good, and is it good to digest? Because I am exhausted. I'm so tired because that's so much responsibilities. Why? But it looks very fancy. Do you know what I mean? But then at the end of the day, after a few years, you realize actually nothing came into my pocket. Does it really
Actually.
worth it?
So this is a big advice for those who are lower down in their career ladder. Being there myself, now being the topmost, commissioning level kind of thing post that I'm in, you really have to think about, was it all worth it in the end? And if I look from just a GP point of view, the compensation that I got from time freedom, money freedom, yes, of course, don't get me wrong, I do get paid, but the amount of compensation we get is minimal compared to this business, and that's why I have plugged into this business. And if God forbid, for some reason we can't do our jobs, you don't have a crystal ball into your future. And COVID was one thing that stopped me. I saw colleagues die, I saw patients die, and that made me think and understand that life is fragile. And if for any reason in the future you can't do what you're going to do, you need a system that will, work for you, whether you are working or not. All you need to do is work on the business and not in the business. So for us now to get paid in our jobs, we are working in the job, isn't it? You don't just get paid because you're working on the job. But the difference when you have a business and when you're a business owner is you're not always working in the business, you're working on the business to improve it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, true, true. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I think it was a very productive discussion, Susie. I think we covered almost all the points, right?
Yeah, we have.
We believe that we provide a lot of value to our audience, and it's not fair on the people actually when they plug into an opportunity. They are so desperate about an opportunity, right? Who
Yeah.
doesn't want to make extra money? Who doesn't want to secure their future? Who doesn't want to send their children to good universities?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to retire early? Who doesn't want to spend time with their kids? But when they look into the opportunity, if it is not if things are not clear, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that is why we are actually offering you a 30-day money back guarantee. You can come in and see that, and you do your due diligence. You will know inside about the company and things like that.
Mhm.
But after you come in, you have a 30-day money back guarantee. You have a 30-day window period, and where we can guide you and we can support you and we can show you different people. We can come into a community and see. You can make that decision by yourself. Okay, and then what else we need. So if you are really serious about a change in your life, and this is it, and that's how wonderful it is. I am so grateful every single day about this opportunity. That is why I'm so passionate when we talk. Us I'm sure, that's the same way for you, Susie, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The business has given me a leg to stand, to come to a position where, my, because of the bonuses and, compensation scheme, we are entitled to bonuses and a pension, something similar to a pension scheme, which is not a pension scheme, but, something similar to all that sort of things.
Mm.
And rather than working for, 40 years, if we wanted to, we could easily retire in 5 to 7, or even sooner if you are really more hardworking. The 5 to 7 would probably be if you're doing it in a slower pace.
Yeah, yeah. Ravan in our community, she retired in 3 years.
Yeah,
She became in the residual level in 3 years.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but of course, everyone's results are different.
Mm.
But and when you're in the community, you can see the possibility. Of course, we can't, unless you put the effort in, you won't know how quickly you can reach that. But if you're willing to put the effort in, there's no way that you will not reap the benefit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time, Susie. Thank you, anybody who is watching. So yeah, God bless you all and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.